All right, before we get to a break, Caleb, we need you to defend your countrymen colleagues in South Australia because the Norwood Council in SA have plunged local ratepayers in. There's only about 55,000 people in the district.
I like what you've done there, by the way.
They have $106 million in debt because of overruns on a swimming pool reno. The reno of the pool was meant to cost $24 million. It's blown out to $60 million. To pay for it, they put rates up by 9.4% last year, and an independent financial consultant says that rates will have to continue to go up about 4.3%, which is well above inflation, for years to come. In fact, the independent financial report says these decisions, that is to do this $60 million reno on a pool, reflect a departure from prudent financial management, placing a growing burden on ratepayers who've not been adequately consulted or given the opportunity to consent to these cost implications. And of course, in fairness to South Australia, this is not the first council to have blown the budget on a swimming pool. The North Sydney Council renovated a pool that was meant to cost $57 million, ended up costing $122 million, and they proposed raising rates by between 65% and 111% to pay for the bill. What is with these local government councillors and their propensity to blow budgets?
Well, I've got an idea for North Sydney Council. Given, their pool was 122 and this one was 60, they should just relocate the Sydney Harbour Bridge over the top of the Norwood Payneham St Peters Council, and then they'll get a pool for half the price and they've still got the view, so that fixes all that up. Well, I'm so annoyed now with governments, local, state and federal. They've just completely forgotten about the idea of living within their means. I mean, federally, $1 trillion of debt, we hear barely a word about it. A local council blows the budget like this, oh, we'll just put the rates up by 9%. I mean, who else got a 9% pay rise last year? You're asking ordinary people to stump up the money for your mistakes. Now, you can forcibly do it when you're the government or you're a council, but where do we get that money from? They've just totally lost sight of budget conservatism and repair.
Yeah, because they're never the ones that have to pay. They get to make the decisions, they get to make the mistakes, and then we get to pay the price. That is how government works, and that is why it's such a scam, and rates will keep going up and incompetence will continue because there's no accountability.
And when you say who else got a 9.4% pay rise, Freya and I got... Did you not get that?
Oh, yeah, right. Show me your pay slip.